What's up everyone, this is Max Simplifier. Now today I'm going to be showing you a video about how to install Dragon Age Origins, the amazing epic RPG game, right onto your Mac using the exe files. So you're going to find in the description below a link that will get you to the torrent, okay, of the Pirate Bay of Skid Row, okay. Now I haven't placed the Pirate Bay link itself because I'm not able to place the Pirate Bay links in the video's description for a certain reason, I don't know why. So anyways, you're going to go for Mediafire and you're going to download the torrent from there. It is the exact same torrent with same seeders and leechers and everything, so expect high speed. Okay, once you've downloaded this torrent, open it up with a torrent app. Okay, in my case I have the uTorrent, and once it has been opened and downloaded and everything, you're going to find this folder at your download location. In my case it was the desktop and I moved it over here. So once you have downloaded it successfully, you're going to go to the folder and you're going to find about I'm not pretty sure of the number, but about 88 or 87 RAR So those RAR files, we need to extract them properly. So what you're supposed to do is you're going to highlight in this way, like that. You're going to highlight all the RAR files and only the RAR files. Highlight all of them, and when they are all highlighted, okay, I'm going to show you an example over here. You're going to go to the very first RAR file and press on it, open with the unarchiver. You must open it with the unarchiver because the unarchiver so far is the best application in which you can extract those many RAR files to give you the single file that you want. If you don't have the unarchiver on your Mac, you can get it for free on the Mac App Store. Okay, once that's done, that's gonna take about 5 to 10 minutes to extract it completely, and once that's gone, you're going to find this ISO file in the same folder. This ISO file is going to be approximately 8.29 gigabytes, so you're going to open it up, and over here you're going to find the exe files and all of that. So here's what you're supposed to do next. You're going to go for crossover games, okay, and for those who don't have crossover games, you're going to find the download link of the correct version in the description below. So I'm going to open crossover games over here. Just give it some time to open up, and then you're going to press on install software. Now before you do that, make sure that you have opened the ISO file and that you have kept it open, okay? Make sure that you have kept it open, that's really important. Okay, then you go for crossover games, press on configure, install software. Fortunately for us, Dragon Age Origins is supported with crossover games, so we need not edit the system files so much in the end after the installation. So, as I said, make sure that the ISO file is open, okay, on your desktop and everything, so that as soon as you open crossover games and configure the installation, you're going to find this over here, ready for installation. Then you're going to say, we'll install from the ISO file that you have opened, and then finally you're going to create a bottle, and it's incompatible with those bottles, only the Windows XP bottle. You're going to choose this one, and you're going to change the bottle name. In my case, I named it Dragon Age Origins. Then you press on install. Once you press on install, you're going to install 3 things at first that are important for the game to work, and then finally you're going to install the main game itself. Okay? Now, for many of you, once you have actually installed the game, at the very end it may tell you that there has been an error in the installation or something. If you receive such a message, don't worry at all, okay? Even though you have received such a message, but actually the installation has been successful and it has been successfully installed on your Mac. So if you get this error message in the end of the installation, simply ignore it. Okay, once that's done, now there are 2 problems we're going to face. First of all, we need to crack it, and second, we need to solve the sound problem. Because if you open the game, and once you have installed it in this way, you're going to find it over here in your applications, in a file called as crossover games. Takes time to load up. And then Dragon Age Origins, and here it is. Okay, actually that's the original icon, but I have changed it, so no worries, alright? So once you open up the game, it's going to work perfectly and everything, but for many of you, the sound may not work. So check it out first before you go on with this tutorial. If the sound works for you, then you're okay. If not, then here's what you're supposed to do. You're going to go for your username, library, application support, crossover games, bottles, and the name of the bottle that you have installed Dragon Age Origins on, drive C, users, crossover, my documents, BioWare, Dragon Age, settings, dragonage.ini. Before you open this file, make sure that Dragon Age Origins is not on and is closed, okay? And also, I'm not pretty sure whether this step is necessary or not, but just in case, also quit crossover games before you open and edit this file. Now here's what you're supposed to do. You're going to open this file with text edit, but I've already opened it, so I'm going to have it over here. Let us just ignore this message. Over here, once you've opened the file, you're going to search for the sound, the audio options. Once you go over there, you're going to change the use stereo sound from 0. You're going to change it to 1. Remove the 0 and then place a 1. Then press on Command S to save. But then, after you've done that, don't close this file. Then you change the 1 back to 0, and then you press on Command S so that you can save the file once again. Now, I know this may sound silly, but here is the explanation. The point is that the game is not capable of integrating it well with the Mac without you integrating it manually when the game is closed. That's why when the game is closed, and so crossover games as well, when you go over here and change it to 1, you have actually successfully integrated the game with your Mac, so that next time you open it, there will be a sound. You may leave it as 1 if you want to if you want the game only to work on headphones. But if you want the game to work normally on any speaker, on your Mac speaker or on anything, then you better change it back to 0 and save it by pressing Command S. Well, that's it for the sound problem, and please, if you still face those sound problems, tell me in a comment or message me, and I'm sure I'll be able to help you out. Now it's time for cracking the application. Now the game may work actually, but it will not work as long as it will not work if the ISO file is closed. So for example, if I eject the ISO file and I try to switch on the game now, it won't open up because it's not cracked. So yes, indeed it will open up only if the ISO file is open, but if the ISO file is closed, it won't open. You have to crack it. So here's what you're supposed to do. You're going to go for the file that you have downloaded by the torrent, and you're going to find over here the readme.txt file. You're going to open it up, and you're going to read the instructions, and also take the serial from there, because in the middle of the installation it's going to ask you for the serial. The serial is in the readme.txt file. Okay, once you get it from there, you're going to complete the installation normally, as I said in the beginning, and then this is how you're going to crack it. You open up the ISO file. I'm sorry, I ejected it by mistake. You open up the ISO file over here, you go for schedule, and then you need to copy, and then you need to copy both of those files. Once you copy them, you will go for your user, library, application support. You're going to go for crossover games, bottles, the name of the bottle with the Dragon Age Origins installed, drive C, users, program files, Dragon Age, bin_ship, and then you paste them over here. Once you've pasted them over here, you replace what's required, and that's it for the crack. Like this, the game will work without the need for the ISO file to be open, and like this, the game will successfully work, and everything. Finally, I would like to mention something. For many of you, when you open the game for the first time and play normally, you may encounter with a Windows error claiming that there has been an error and the game has to close and the application has to close and everything. Indeed, it's going to close and everything, but don't worry, this error message will come to you only once. And in other words, it will come to you only for the first time you play the game. It won't come ever again. But for many of you, this may not happen. But in my case, this happened, and it has been actually 4 days till now. Until now, I haven't received this message ever again. So don't worry, if you receive this error message, you will only receive it once. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please do not subscribe, and if you have any comments, leave it below.